Hi, race fans. Here we go. We got Rockingham here tonight. We got the ARCA Series Clean Racing League. Bumpy track. Qualifying underway. Still puts this thing on pole here tonight. Who's y'all's favorite driver out there? Who you rooting for? Who you pulling for? Got a good deal here, too. That's the CRL Podcast 85 here. All right. CRL Podcast. I'll get it out in a minute. Sponsoring us tonight, which they are title sponsor also, along with Ghost Athletics, Apex Mountain Apparel, and Trans Design. Got 2 extra sets of tires and 80% fuel. Make it interesting. All right, qualifying right now. What's up, Drew? Going for the 27. All right, let's see who's 27 out here. T-Mac. Gonna stick with the T-Mac. Right now, Mike Kelly up top. That's Fowley right there with him. Field out here, too. Love the ARCA Series. Enjoy what these guys do here, man. Clean Racing League. Feel awesome. Now, Rockingham, a very bumpy track. Guys will have their hands full when it comes to the matter of, you know, how to hang on to it here. This car, though, could be okay. I think it should be a pretty stable car. I mean, we've talked about that in the past. How stable this place is, how stable this car is. I think it should be okay. But they are going to have to, I don't want to say worry, but they're going to have to kind of just be mindful of this track because this track is awful bumpy. Driver style track here. I know Rockingham's got some good news this past week, though, and I don't know what drag race fans we have out there, but you know, across from the Speedway, I've raced in real life drag strip. They have their quarter-mile Rockingham Dragway, and it is now getting an NHRA date next year. So that puts North Carolina in a unique bunch. It has 2 NASCAR races, North Wilkesboro and Charlotte. It would be nice for them to bring back the Rockingham Speedway too. That would be, North Carolina would be back on the map. But now they have 2 NHRA drag races. Back. Let's bring up, man, let's real quick talk to Mike Kelly. Mike, join the booth. Got a copy?
Mr. Joe White, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Well, you're on pole tonight. I know Rockingham's a bumpy style track, but this car tends to be, on the tight side and a well-handling car for the most part. But how about on this track?
For me, with my settings, the way I have them, this car's, it'll bite you. It's a little tiny bit loose, and I got the tires balanced out in my practice runs. I was getting about even wear on the right sides. after 15, 20 laps, and it was plenty free. You didn't want to get too greedy. You know, you roll the car into the corner here and get on the gas as soon as you can. So you got to be careful about carrying too much speed through the middle of the corner at the end of the run. But it can be tight too, depending on what steering ratio you run. So you might see a mix of guys that are tight plowing into the wall off 2, and a mix of guys that are getting loose up off 4. So should be interesting. Looking forward to it. The Rock's one of my favorite tracks. So
Good track. Got to ask too, man. You got your thumbs tight, man, and your dentures tight, because I know this place can rattle them.
oh yeah, it's white knuckle all the way, man. You'll get your hands, if you get a long green flag run, your hands will be asleep at the end of this one because you're gripping that wheel tight. So it's a lot of fun. I love this track.
Good luck out there, Mike.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Here, make down into his room, man, because getting set to go back green here. Let's look at the grid real quick as we're getting set to go. Green flag here tonight. Mike Kelly putting it on pole. Seth Fowley there starting in second. Steve Ritter in third. We got Bobby Mantle starting fourth. Zachary Fowley in fifth. We got Charles Van Scoot starting sixth. Austin Cooper seventh. Adrian Ghost there in the eighth place. Daniel Miller ninth with Cam Patterson in 10th. Jonathan Gaston right there in 11th. Caleb Smith starting in the 12th place spot. Look at 13, Steve Gerber, David Brzezinski 14, Danny White 15, D-Mac 16, Joshua Gillen 17, Mike Howerton starting in 18, Chris Smith 19, A.D. Daniels 20th, Rubino there in the 21st with Kenyon Jackson rounding out the 22nd spot. Good looking field, 21 machines here tonight, ARCA style. Guys are about to get it done on a track that can be tricky. Just heard it right there. So it could be tight. Then again, it might snap a little bit loose. Don't let us down 27. Everybody's rolling T-Mac tonight. This is one of the tracks where tires will make a difference. You know, normally we talk a lot about tracks that where track position is kind of king. Tonight, this track here though actually is one of few on iRacing where you get away with taking tires and coming through the field. So I think you'll see some movers through the field here. Getting set here to go green flag. Fowley, Kelly. Pace cars in, coming to the restart zone. We are racing. ARCA Series Clean Racing League. Kelly and Company gets the jump. Mighty smooth going into the turn. I don't know about a one groove style track. You almost can pass. And you already see some guys, man, falling off the pace back here just a little bit. There, the 0-2. 0-2 now. 2. 0-2. All right, let's go racing. Go racing right now. Ooh, little contact. Man, you've got to be on top of it here tonight. This track will jump out, lose you a little bit. Zachary fouled in the 0-2. Then you got the 2 up front. So right there, you see back here in the back. There's Caleb Smith, Gaston and Company. Hold on to it, Ghost Man up top. And let me double check something for y'all real quick. These guys are rolling and nothing's really like dying on track yet. Okay, tonight is the last race before the playoffs. So we got a yellow flag. Hold on. Oh, T-Mac off the track. Uh-oh. What happened to him? Nice looking car, by the way. So we're going to talk about, before we get to playoffs, we're going to look at the points here after we get done with this. Oh, car got loose in front of him. He got loose. From there, looks like Joshua Gillian with Toy Story Machine. Kenyon Jackson. I'm not sure who that in front of T-Mac got loose. Who that was Danny White? Ooh, he was involved. Danny got involved. He was right there behind him, but the car in front of where Mac was at, one that got just a little bit loose. Easy to do at this track. The 72. He got loose, and then I think T-Mac, man, tried to avoid it a little bit. Oh, some wheel damage there. Andy White. Okay, you can bounce back. The playoffs here. Let's look and see. I need to find points. But let's go. Hope Spinelli has ARCA Series. Driver standing. It's saying as of right now that it's saying as right now Austin Coop up top. Mike Kelly. Now, when they do their playoffs here, it's not like a playoff system where, round of 12, round of this, round of that. It is a straight through playoff, all points. So we're going to go 2, 4, 5 races on a playoffs. That's how they kind of do theirs here. Right now, Austin Coop, Mike Kelly. Kelly's 45 behind Coop. Coop sitting in the 4th place. Just going off what's on the website, too, by the way. Go to cleanracingleague.com. Definitely check out the same thing I'm looking at right here. Trying to see if men actually Austin Coop. I got Savage Sim Ramps on board as one of the partners too. Apologize about that, Savage. I mean, I did not know part of my bad, folks. So Savage Sim Ramps. Quarterback green. Kelly gets a good stomp out front here. Bowdy right there. Coop saying, look, I want to maintain that lead over Mike. Give him anything going in here. Mantle, Miller. Cam Patterson along with him too. And we'll get on board with one of these guys just to show you how bumpy it is. Watch these guys. It's a rattle right there. And you can see how it's upsetting the car. I mean, look at him. You'll fight the wheel. If you've got a direct drive wheel, I think T-Mac's okay. I think he'll be okay. He'll be able to shake it off, like you said, to get back up front. There's a watch right here. We're riding with Cam Patterson. Just see when he goes in these turns. Oh, caution. We got another big one. Oh, Caleb Smith's involved with this one. Howerton's right there with him, too. Oh, Smith got in the wall, just ricocheted off. Howerton nowhere to go. Those two got together. And the CRL podcast machine into the wall. Not what Caleb Smith wanted to see tonight. Easy to do. It's almost like a Darlington effect. Chapow, right? Oh, next thing you know, you're done. Chris Smith out here? Yes. Chris Smith up by the 9th place. Outstanding job here. Over the helms, Jacob Grant had to step away for a little bit. Chris has been able to take over the helms here. Good thing, Jacob has done an outstanding job of bringing the series to life last season. And we definitely still appreciate that. And Kelly, you can't push the pace car. Don't work. Kelly says, look, I'm trying. Trying. Go. The 27's got a heck of a fan club. He's back up to 10th. Car looks okay, maybe a little damage right there on that right front. Right there. I think it's going to hinder him too much. As long as his steering's okay. I think as long as his steering's okay. Chris Smith right there in front of him. Advanced Designs, High Five Racing. Lights off on pace car. I was going to bring somebody up, but I didn't get him in time. I'll get him on the next caution. Up cars on pit road. Cars around Scoit, Fiske, Bowdy. Right, here we go. Kelly, Coop, Bowdy. Kelly's going to go away, Coop. Trying to chase you down here. Final race of the regular season. We're going to the playoffs next week. Right, what that guy say? That football guy said, playoffs. Mason is racing. Kelly, Coop, Patterson, Fowdy. Mantle. Pace car's in. Free flag. Back racing. Coop did not get going that time. Bottled up the outside lane a little bit. Cam Patterson up on the top. Remember, those two guys have been, they're teammates, and they have been a terror. Bowdy, I know, would love to get a win here. Here comes Daniel Miller. Bobby Mantle, J.D. Daniels, Chris Smith, Steve Gerber, T-Mac back there in 11th, Kenny Jackson, Sabino there, and Scoit. Everybody just biding their time. A little battling going on back here around about the 11th, 12th, 13th place spot. Got Charles Van Scoit back there with him. Good Ghost Man too. See him back there. T-Mac's got a little company. And looking on the inside of him, that's a 44 machine. Jackson trying to take that spot away. You get a little slick down on that inside lane. To watch you coming off the turns. For the momentum you get coming up there. Look at Steve Rubino. Know the family's out there watching him. Hobo Racing. I like that. Uh-oh, yellow flags. Oh, Seth Fowdy. No, the second place man. What happened? Oh, don't tell me Coop got him. Coop just got him. Boom, into the wall. He destroyed the car. Well, his night is done. Austin Coop just got to the back end. Mike Kelly. Or excuse me, Seth Fowdy. Go Gillian. Gianna. I hear you. Gillian. Let's see where Gillian at. That's right there in 16th spot. At the Toy Story car. That boys on board. Heartbreak for Fowdy though, man. Coop just got right into the back end of him. Put his nose in there ever so slightly. Wow. Just like that. Done. Done. Okay. We got a lot of pit stops. Top runners haven't. Reason being, remember, they only have 2 sets. Well, a lot of these, you know, the cautions right now, to me, I'm going to break it down, it's pretty much track. Bobby, man, I'm going to be up there in a second. All right, we said we was going to talk to somebody. Let's talk to somebody. We'll talk to. Pick 'em fast. What's Chris? Chris, Joe White and Booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Real quick, man, how you feeling on this track tonight?
You know, it's I like Rockingham. I love racing here. It's always fun. It seems to be a bit of an input for everybody tonight. Just trying to see smoke and close your eyes and drive through it, I guess. But hopefully we can get some heat in the tires and everybody gets settled down and we get some green flag laps here.
Tell you what, looking strong up there right now, starting around about the 4th place spot. Good luck out there.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Go, getting back down to the high 5, boys. He'll be down there, man, in his cruise. We're getting set to go back green. Been a good one. Kelly, Hannell, Gerber pitted on the first lap, but had a long pit stop for some reason. Oh, D-Mac, he didn't pit. He's up there too. Let's see if these tires are going to hold it. Remember I talked earlier, tires probably will be very crucial here. Well, the guy first on new tires, other than Steve Gerber, this just did not get going, by the way. Cut the field. The first one on new tires is actually going to be Austin Coop. So let's just see what Austin can do through this field. I feel like he's going to be able to run through it pretty good. I think tires definitely are. You see him working over T-Mac right there. Him and Cam Patterson, they both come in, they got 4 tires. The Hobo Racing ran its last race last night after 24 years. Wow, 24 years, holy cow. Absolutely. Take that, Rubino. Well, I said tires matter, but Coop's not been able to make any headway with those new tires. I thought, man, we would see somebody make some headway with them, but evidently, I was wrong. Got Ritter back here too. Cam Patterson. Daniel Miller. J.D. Daniels. Daniel Miller. Steve Ritter. Just a big pack back here around about 10th place spot. They're having some hot racing going on. Ooh, T-Mac goes up the track a little bit. Car got tight on him. Miller going to look to the inside right now, though. Daniels up underneath. I said, yeah, J.D. Daniels, that number 6 machine, good looking machine. Yeah, the Savage Racing design on it. That thing stands out. I like that. Daniels, that car. I like the paint scheme, purple and white. Now you got Daniel Miller right behind him. T-Mac falling off a little bit. And the damage might be hurting him too. Up front, still all Mike Kelly. Handle right behind him, Gerber. I could have spoke too soon. Track position still could be crucial here. And already seen it because Coop's not making up the ground I thought he would make up. I can watch this battle back here in the back. About 10th place spot. Trying to work over the back end. Yeah, I thought maybe tires would be a huge factor here. Now, no. That Valdez been to bounce back. Have a fast fix. If so, that's a first. That's a first. Because he hit that car hard. Unless they did a heck of a lot of damage fixing. Oh, it was broke. Ow. About a pit crew. Oh, hang on to it, Daniels. That thing got tight, and then he came down on the front nose of Fowdy. And then, ooh. Oh, and T-Mac nowhere to go. He got involved. We saw that one live. Watch it one more time. He got high. Fowdy had to run. And then Fowdy could do, he had to run. And just gap closed up. Ouch. Well, let's see again. Now they're going to come down here. Yeah, a little rough. Fragman's kind of rough though. Back green. Out front Coop. Remember, he got a little bit beating and banging earlier. Got out there. Been a solid race so far here tonight. Y'all have enjoyed it. Yeah, a few little hiccups there. We've had some caution. Kenyon Jackson. And he went on pit road. And then that thing, man, just... the world. That McKinnon. Oh, he's losing it. Hang on to it. Wasn't a caution. Ow. iRacing did him wrong. Now he's got a modified. Kenyon Jackson does. All right, back up front. Daniel Miller, Cam Patterson. 27. Still out there. 14 lap down. He's back at 18. Had some hiccups here tonight. They're here and there. Got Miller, Kelly coming back up in the 4th place spot. Coop still out front. Fowdy's there. Mantle, Gerber. Right, just trying to settle down, getting a rhythm. Like Flagger not for that. Got a battle right here. Hold on. Daniel Miller looking on the inside here. Mike Kelly trying to get down on the inside of him. A bad Miller on the outside. And we see side by side racing. Outside can sometimes get tight, hit the wall, and caution. Uh-oh. Fowdy. Zachary Fowdy. No tube machine. Did you just lose it? You know, when we talk about loose, you wouldn't think that this car would be loose. Tight of a setup that this thing has. This track. Proving these guys wrong. Look at that. Yep. We saw that rear end come out here. Almost tried to correct it, and it just got bumped in the butt. It'd been, I think he would have had it saved if it wouldn't have been for the little bump, but no. Nothing the other guy could do. Closing rate there. That's a pace car. Coop, Patterson, Miller, Kelly, Ritter. Whew. Clean Racing League. ARCA Series. Folks, it has been a good one tonight. Getting close to the halfway point. But a caution's here, and it surprised me a little bit on this track because I wouldn't think that this track, yes, it's rough, but I wouldn't think it would be this rough on this car. You guys are having a rough time. Let's go back here. Ooh, no, a lot of guys coming on pit road. Pretty much the top 10. There's only been 2 guys that's actually had to pit twice. So I'm going to say they still have another set of tires. But remember earlier, you know, when I first came in, tires were really going to matter here. But then when Austin Coop took those earlier, and even Mike Kelly, they weren't coming through the field like I thought they were. So, they corrected. And way corrected. Cam Patterson, Daniel Miller, Mike Kelly, Steve Ritter, Bobby Mantle, Seth Fowdy, Bino, Smith, line them up, double foul, 2x2. Lights off on those pace car. Pace car ducks in, Coop up front. Gonna lead the pack. Green flag. Outside gets bobbled again by Cam Patterson. Miller's down low. Miller says you can slow up all you want. I'm sticking my nose down there. And Cam. Oh, I tell you what, I think Miller, man, gave him. I think Miller might have actually helped him out a little bit. Kelly right there on the backside of him, though. Kelly says, hey, look, Cam, I'm coming around you one way or another. Miller's out on the inside. Mantle, Ritter, Fowdy, Bino. Bino's doing good. You got the Hobo car out there. We just found out Hobo Racing did their last race last night, 24 years. Pretty good long time. Got the family members out there watching. Seth Fowdy's going to see if he can't fire back. Remember, he got caught up in a wreck earlier. Knocked the whole front nose of that thing off, but his crew's been able to put the nose back on him. Get him back going, and Kenyon Jackson around again. Kenyon just can't catch a caution, though. Oh, he got sideways and... What? Yeah, I'm at awe now. How? That wasn't a caution. And Kenyon is just not getting the brakes. Got a modified out there. Still Austin Coop out front. Patterson. Ghost got involved with that too, man. Bad place, bad time. Here's what the big battle with Orbino in the wall. 3 wide at this place. Whoa, watch out, Mike. Mike said better of it. He packed out of that thing. He said, nah, not today. Miller up into the wall a little bit. It's going to allow Mike Kelly to get through. He's going to squeeze it like a sandwich. 61 machine of Ritter. Ritter's going to give him a little room on the bottom. Lost close racing on this track. Miller right there, Daniel. Running strong. Right on board with him. See how much bouncing he's doing on this track. Look at that. Boy, he is wheeling this thing. Got a direct drive wheel. You will definitely be, your arms will be like spaghetti after coming out of this track. If you are just working the wheel. You can see it right there, just in that showing. Yeah, we're riding along here with Miller. Anybody has a direct drive wheel, they know. Who's out up there? There's Bobby Mantle going sideways a little bit, able to save it. Anybody with a direct drive wheel knows the forces on that thing, man, are pretty strong. You're manhandling the car. These cars are actually wanting to snap loose too. Kind of uncommon for a ARCA car. A lot of it has to deal with, well, you see it right here, the bump. I mean, this car could be pretty much so stiff that the bumps are knocking it around. We go back to, like I say, we're here tonight, Rockingham Speedway, and got some good news, man, in real life, man. Next year, Rockingham Drag Race is going to have their first NHRA race in since the 90s. When NHRA is coming back to Rockingham Dragway, that'll be awesome. They have not raced on that track in forever. They got the one down ZMAC down in Concord, so that actually puts North Carolina in an elite style series. They're going to have 2 NHRA races, 2 NASCAR races. Right, NC coming back to the racing capital again. Mike Kelly, Bobby Mantle. Miller right behind him. Ritter. Some side-by-side battles. A lot of guys getting, you would think, right there shows the car's getting a little tight coming out of the turn, getting loose going in. And then we've seen the car snap loose coming out. Mike's been able to modulate through the field. Mantle's getting up into the wall just a little bit. Go back here to Rubino. Look at Joshua Gilliam. Well, as soon as I say Joshua Gilliam, he puts it up in the wall. Hang on to it. Got the Toy Story car. They just announced a new Toy Story movie, if y'all didn't see the trailer, which I know a lot of the comments on the trailer were like, how in the world are they going to explain that? Woody, man, Woody left on the last one. How's he going to come back? Movie magic, folks, movie magic. Daniel Miller right now. Struggling a little bit. Car looks a little bit off. Rubino goes up underneath him with Gerber. Chris Smith, man, we talked with him earlier. Still hanging strong there with Zachary Fowdy. David Persiski. Charles Van Scoit. Man, sounds like an investor or a lawyer. That name. Charles Van Scoit. If you have a claim, come and check us out. Also, true pal from Kelly. Yeah, Cam Patterson. Mantle right there with him with Fowdy. Ritter. Alwerton right there, too. Remember Seth earlier knocked the whole front nose of that clip off of that car. I knocked it off again right there. And has battled back to 5th. We got to give that pit crew the pit crew award of the race. I mean, they put the whole nose back on it. Maybe Kenyon Jackson needs to borrow his crew for a minute. Poor Kenyon out here still running. Well, Kenyon finally decided to go up the ghost, going in pit road. Uh-oh, caution. Oh, Steve Gerber and Rubino. We were just talking about Rubino. Let's see what we got. Goes right there in the front. He has some help. And we got Daniel Miller right up underneath him. Oh no, he bounced off the wall. Tried to keep it up there, but it kind of ricocheted off and then hard in the wall. And kind of been the story tonight, ricocheting off the wall. 26 to go, and then this one, CRL tonight, ARCA Series and pit road, pit stops. Everybody pitting. Fowdy, Siski, Gillian. Gillian's staying out. Hey. He pitted at 41, so that's not bad. Coop gonna get 4 tires of fuel? Yep. Tires of fuel. All right, Fowdy out front. That is Zachary, by the way. Remember the 0-2 earlier? He had a little bit of a hiccup. They all pitted on lap 41, 31, 41. So Austin Coop's going to be the first one back here with the new tires. Now let's see if those new tires, man, can play an advantage for these guys. Or does Persiski, Gillian, all the T-Mac fans out there, he's still hanging on, man, at 6 right now. Is he still out here? Yeah, he's there. Still trucking. Race car's in. Green flag. Racing Rockingham, and the outside lane just didn't get going. Siski, man, kind of stopped, and Coop's going to make it 3 wide. Mike Kelly says, not today. He goes to block on him. Oh, got up in the Cam Patterson, and the 38's around. That brought out a chain reaction. Ooh, Howington. Oh, man. Coop went aggressive. Oh, Cam, nowhere to go. Oh, Chris Smith got a little bit. Rubino involved. T-Mac squeezing through. Woo. The problem with the track position here, got to be kind of what you got to do. Got to ride on board here with us. Folks, watch this. When you want to talk about close. Watch this. This is crazy. About as close as you get. He got skinny. Oh, he's seeing a car and he's going, you got to be kidding me. Not again. Look at that. Zoop, right through him. All right, couple cars staying out still. Bowdy, Gillian. Staying out. There you go. He got the highlight reel tonight, man. Jack did. Said, I've done hit enough tonight. I don't want to hit anything else. Please. For the love. 21 to go. When you go back Dream, probably going to be about 19 to go in this one. CleanRacingLeague.com. Check them out. Shout out to our great sponsors, man. Coast Athletics, DRL Podcast, Grant's Designs, Alvis, Apex Mountain Apparel. Yeah, there's Ghost. Unfortunately, Ghost has had an up and down night. He got caught up in that wreck earlier. Tell you what Ghost does, though, man. I like what he does with the kids. Retired officer. Talked to him, man, about a month ago. Awesome dude. There's like a foundation that they do flag football. He does for all the youth to where he's at. For the Ghost Athletics team. Zachary Foudy there with him. Gillian Foudy. Got Seth Foudy, Zachary Foudy up. Zachary Foudy up front. Seth Foudy's there in fourth. Miller there in fifth. All right, Gillian. That outside lane all night long's not gone. Gillian, Coop. Oh, I just think Coop there knows the tail. That outside lane just does not want to go. Ooh, Mike tried to go down low. Couldn't get there. Austin Coop. I think Mike should have made that move a little bit sooner. Here comes Coop. Coop way aggressive down on the bottom. Oh, and it got loose. Get too aggressive, you're going to lose that thing. Whew. Mike Kelly to the front. Gone. Bobby Mantle there along with it. Zachary Foudy. Coop says it's time to go. And who was that? Charles Van Scoy. You kidding me? He's up to 8. Chris Smith back up to 9. Boom! And that's Foudy destroying the outside. That thing is just wicked. Well, I don't want to say wicked loose, but it's actually tight. He is popping the outside wall. That's driving hard right there. Oh, who was that? Bobby Mantle trying to hold off Coop. And again, Gillian in the wall. Oh, man. Joshua Gillian up into the wall. And I think he got, unfortunately, Seth Foudy. Watch what happened to Gillian. Oh, yeah, he tags the wall. And then nothing Miller can do. He got in the back of him. Zachary right there. Wrong place, wrong time. Ouch. We've seen it all night long. This track just to the wall. Joshua Gillian. Yep, just a little tight coming out. And then Miller, nothing he could do. Tried to get out of the way. Zachary Fowley, wrong place, wrong time. Rockingham for this car here tonight has proven to be a pretty tough track for these guys. Mike Kelly out front though. How aggressive is Coop though? What about Charles Van Scoy? Right there in 5th. Remember, he got caught up in a little wreck earlier too. Got Brzezinski there. Howerton battling back. He got spun earlier. He's got like an alien car, so Area 51. Yeah, there you go. So it's an alien car. So he got spun earlier, no problems. They were able to just put the car back together. Alien tech. Boss man Chris Smith back behind him. High five on the hood. Got old Grant's Designs on the side. Then salvage design machine. I still like that paint job. I guess it's the color scheme. JD Daniels there. It's that purple and white. Kind of cool. How it mixes together. Think of like a slushy. Maybe like Kool-Aid. I don't know. I think of Kool-Aid, I think of cherry. Yeah. I think it's slushy for that one. I don't know. Good looking car though. Purple and white. Good color combination. Look at Mike Kelly in the Tide Ride. He's been clean right now so far. He's got Dollar General. So he's got the Dollar General machine with the Tide Ride. One of them sells Tide. Dollar General on every corner. Can't miss them. I call it $1 quarter, by the way. Everything went up. Remember was it the dollar store? You go in there and everything was $1. And everything went up to like a quarter, 50 cents. That's why I call it $1 quarter. They're gonna rename it now. Bobby Mantle's been driving pretty hard here too. He's got Austin Coop going to be on his outside. Pace cars in. Here we go. Going back green. Back racing. That outside lane has just not got going. Whoever's leading this thing has been able to get going. And look at Coop. He knows he's got to get to the inside. And he does. Got to be careful. You don't want that guy on the outside, man, ricocheting off of you and hitting you. Ooh, Charles Van Scoy can look like he's going to put his nose on the inside there. In the battle for second, third. Coop's going to take a 3 wide. Very aggressive move, and Bobby Mantle backed out of it. And old Coopman got up a little bit in him. Okay. Mantle's going to be like, okay. I gave you a little freeway there. Oh. Meanwhile, back here around about Chris Smith. David Brzezinski right there along with him. Joshua Gillian still in the 9th place spot, though. We still got a good run with Seth Fowdy. Meanwhile, battle for second. Miller, Coop. Look at Miller, man, get that run on the outside. You can get a good run going into the turn on the inside. You've got to make it stick throughout the turn. Bobby Mantle do. How patient is he? Austin Coop has drove very aggressive here tonight. He goes to the outside too. Mantle right there with him. Those 3 machines. They've got to run now. I think Coop might have him. If we can clear him coming off the turn, but see, he just can't quite clear him. He's going to try to squeeze him though. Try it again. Miller's there. He's a battle for second. Mike Kelly's loving what he's seeing in his rearview mirror. These fellas, you keep battling. 7 to go. Cooper's trying everything he can. Just can't quite make that pass on Miller. And then gets the wall a little bit. That might bring Bobby Mantle back in the mix here with Charles Van Scoit. Mantle's going to close the door. Tires might be just giving up a little bit here. Coop's going to get back, kind of cool him down, see what Miller's got going on. Mantle's there. Coop's looking to the inside. Just can't make that pass. I think what he needs is Miller to maybe get up into that wall. We've seen it all night long. Guy on the outside kind of overdrives it a little bit. Gets up there, pops the wall, and then the guy on the inside is able to make that pass. I think that's what he's hoping for. Coop right now, man, slings it off down in there. Man, look at Miller go to the high side again. Coop just can't get the run, but you can see how close Miller is to that wall. Intense battle for second. They're reeling in Mike Kelly, by the way. Ooh, that time it's close. Right on board here with Coop. Actually, Mantle, he's got a front row seat for this stuff. Oh, well, as soon as we get on board with Mantle, he destroys the outside wall. Charles Van Scoit takes it over. Now Scoit's got the front row seat to the battle for second. Miller gets to run off to the top. So Miller would love to then get second place here tonight. Love to get the win. Wants to Coop battle for everything. Now Van Scoit back here is thinking to myself, these guys get up there and tangle with each other. I'd be more than happy to take second or third away from you. That's winding down here with the 2 to go. Going to get the white flag. This will put this one official. Coop got anything for him. The lap traffic should play here. It's going to actually help Miller. Coop's going to drive her down on the inside one more time. He drove it in there hard that time. Miller up into the wall, and I think that's all he needed right there. He's just going to be able to ride right by him. Right here, yep. That's all he needed. He needed Miller just to get in the wall one time. And luck out, gets a bump from the back. 3 and 4, not going to be able to get it done. Austin Coop's going to hang on to it, but Mike Kelly's going to win this thing. Coop hanging in second. Miller there in third. Good race battle back there, guys. Good race. Whew. Kelly able to hang on. What a run. With them. Daniel, Joe Adamuth, got a copy?
I do.
Well, man, I tell you what a harsh battle it was there for second, man. You're coming out here. It was just that little bump in the wall that was able to allow probably Coop to get around you. But other than that, man, what a heck of a run.
Yeah, that was some fun racing out there, especially in those last few laps. Almost held him off there at the end and just barely got by me. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
I gotta look. I mean, you wouldn't think that this car would be so loose, but it looks like it's kind of loose going on in inside of these turns.
Yeah, especially on exit. I think that's the big thing with these cars is if you push it too hard in the exit, the rear end will get out on you there, and it could. I think that caused a lot of cautions here and a lot of the wrecking.
Yeah, a little unexpected, but I tell you what, man, good run there tonight. Got third. You got anybody want to thank?
Just like to thank Turn 1 Racing, whole team, and my parents for watching the race.
There you go, Daniel Miller, finisher out here tonight in third. This man right here battled it hard. Coop, Joy in the booth, got a copy.
Hey there, Joe.
Well, exciting battle, man, coming there at the end for second place. He got the wall a little bit, got around here, but looked a little sketchy, man, on that bottom side tonight, a little loose.
I had a lot of fun on the bottom. I had a couple loose moments, but there was a lot of throttle discipline that needed to be had tonight, and sometimes it got out of shape, and it was a little bit tougher to control. That's for sure.
And like I said, surprising being that this car tendencies to be really kind of easier and obviously a more tighter style car, but how much did the bumps kind of affect you?
At turn 4, that was where at least to me, that's where I had noticed a little bit of needing to kind of make a couple adjustments there. The turn 2 was where I was really, really strong, and unfortunately, as the race went on, the bottom wasn't really where it was at. I felt so strong on the bottom that if we could have kept it down there, I would have definitely had something. But it was really a lot of strategy racing at the end. There was kind of like who you were behind on the restart. So I'd have loved to have had a few more laps with Kelly, because I had some really fast laps at the end.
Oh, absolutely, man. Definitely fast all night long. Got up to second. Got anybody you want to thank for a good run?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to thank my wife for letting me do this. You got to thank the league, and I got to thank God. He's my Lord and Jesus, my Lord and Savior, and I'm really glad I get to say his name whenever I race and such. So yeah, thank you guys.
There you go, Austin Coop pulling off second tonight. But the man here tonight, Mike, join the Mood Guy Copy.
Hey, Joe, nice to talk to you again.
I tell you what, well, talked to you earlier there, but you got up front, was able to get out there. Looked like Clean Air surprisingly was very good here tonight. Those guys behind you battling, though. I mean, any trouble that you saw? I mean, again, I was telling the other guys, looked like you kind of got loose on that bottom side.
Yeah, if you recall there when you talked to me before the race started, I told you that was going to be a little bit of a problem, and it about bit me once. I tell you, I was so close. I kept my foot in it, which usually you don't want to do, but I know what happens when you lift there. It's just a death blow right into the wall, and I got that loose going, and I just kept my foot in it, and it pulled out of it. And I lost some spots, but I was able to work my way back up to the front. And, of course, then we had the yellow that put us all back. I had a tire advantage going on there with Austin, and we lost that. But then, of course, when we pitted, we had some guys that stayed out, which mixed up the restart. And unfortunately, Austin and I got kind of tied up there on that restart behind the lap car, and feel bad for anybody who got wrapped up in that. But when I tried to... The 10 just kind of checked up, and when I tried to give myself room, me and Austin just kind of got magnet together and went up the track, and I think it caused a chain reaction crash. But got a good jump on that final restart and got out. And, Danny's my teammate, so of course I was saying, you fight him as hard as you fought me earlier in that race, because me and Danny ran for about 10 laps side by side early in the run. It was just so hard. If you had any kind of tire wear, it was so hard to pass anybody on the bottom, even with the tire advantage, because the run off the top was just a monster. So even though it was kind of a sketchy race, it was a lot of fun up front, and glad everything worked out. Glad to be out of October, and glad to get a win going into the playoffs.
Well, there you go. Like you said, we ain't going to the playoffs here tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for a good win?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to our old buddy Smiley. Scott Simley hurt his back working a few weeks ago, and he's having a lot of trouble getting over it, and racing in a sim motion rig's about the last thing you want to do with a sore back. So shout out to him. Hope he gets well soon so he can come back next season. And as always, a shout out to you at the network. Can't wait to go back and watch this one. Shout out to all the Turn 1 Hero guys. Great run by Danny and Chuck, and Seth had a good run going to the end. So good run by the T1H crew. We're leading the team points here in this series, and that's important to me as the leader of the team. And shout out to the Smoking Hot Wife and all the sponsors and all the fans.
There you go, Mike Kelly bringing her home tonight. A good thriller here, folks. I tell you, Rockingham, it brought out the best of the best and sometimes the worst of the worst here. But look at the final results order here tonight as Mike Kelly brings it home. Austin Coop in second, Miller there in third. Van Scoy brings her home into fourth place. Howerton, he bounced back into fifth. Mantle there in sixth. Bisky up in the seventh. Smith then runs out the eighth. Josh McGillian hangs on to ninth, and Zachary Fowley there in the 10th. And guys had some awesome nights. Some, man, were like, boy, I'm glad to get out of this place. It has been a nightmare here. But all in all, good one here for the Clean Racing League ARCA Series. Hope everybody enjoyed it. For myself and everyone, have a good night.